things you must understand. One is that he says, we have to see Krishna. He says, we are non-different from all the people. I am non-different because I am part and parcel of you. Part and parcel. Mame Mamsha Jiva Loke, Jiva Puta Sanatana. And I have to see Krishna in everybody. ये बहुत जरूरी है. And that is very important, Prabhujis and Mataris. This is very, very, very important, Prabhujis and Mataris. I am not only, I have to see Krishna in myself, I have to see Krishna in everybody. And then you become very dear to the Lord. But Krishna says two conditions. The Yogeshwar says you can become dear to the Lord on two conditions. One is to see Krishna in everybody, and then next is to do devotion service. They both will give you dear to Krishna. So this is what we have to understand from this verse, And Prabhupada writes in the purport that just because knowledge alone is not enough, Jnani Vatsala is not enough. We have to become a devotee. And that is very important for us to understand, to become very dear to the Lord. More dear to the Lord, Bhaktsala, you can become if you do the devotion service also. First, we have to see everybody equally. That is also part of the devotion service. Okay? Sabko, Pandita Samadarshina, we have to see everybody, Samachitvam. So, Adveshta Sarvabhutana, Maitra Karna Ye Bacha. Adveshta Sarvabhutana, we have to see all the living entities. We should not dvesha, there should not be any envy. So, this is very important for us to understand. So, this is very important, Prabhuji Samadhan, that अभी तो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है एवरीवेयर अभी तो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन बहुत डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है अभी तो इंडिया में इतना डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है नॉर्थ इंडिया साउथ इंडिया हमारा गवर्नमेंट तमिलनाडु गवर्नमेंट दे हेट नॉर्थ इंडियंस बट सम मोर नॉर्थ इंडियंस आर कमिंग सो वी कैन नॉट हेट एनीबॉडी दे आर आल्सो पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ कृष्णा so this is because what is happening in Israel and Jews Muslims what is happening is because किसके वजह से ऐसा हो रहा है ये मेरा जूस को नहीं मुस्लिम बोल रहे हैं जूस को मरवाना है. And then Hitler, what did he do? He killed all the Jews. 6 million Jews he killed. 6 million Jews he killed by giving poison gas. 6 million Jews. Dekho? So iska itna nafrat hai, and that means he didn't see Krishna. And he has to commit suicide. He was cornered in 1942, Second World War. He was curious, he has to commit suicide. So that's why he was a vegetarian. But what is the use of vegetarian? There is no use of vegetarian if you cannot love another living entity. And that's what happened for Hitler. Hitler has to die. Suicide commit. He and his wife has to commit suicide. So that's why, and that's what is happening in Israel. The Jews are hating the Muslims. And the Muslims are hating the Jews. And big fighting is going on. And what is happening in Ukraine and Russia? Same thing. They are all belonging to the same Russian family. And they are fighting with each other. Please. Because they are seeing the Pratak Deyaha. We saw, no? Pratak Deyaha. We cannot tolerate the flourishing condition of others. And America is doing all this. Now, America is the culprit for all this. They want to create problems, wars everywhere, so that they can sell their arms. Because their main business is to sell the arms. So, but this is creating. But this is not going to... They are suffering also. Because they are doing it, they are suffering. Their economy is not doing well. So many problems are happening. And they are trying to put problems in India. Now, they took about 4 lakh crores worth of money from our share market and put it in China, FIA, foreign institution investors, and created havoc in our stock market because they are envious of India. India is doing very well. Now they've got a good relationship with China also. And everybody appreciates it. Even today, Modi has got good relationship with China. Now they have spoken in the BRICS summit. They have had a wonderful relationship. That's how, by love only we can win. By fight, we cannot win. You can never be happy. You will be agreed and that's what happened for Daksha and Shiva. So that's what we have to understand. We have to see Krishna in everybody. And that's why we have to understand this fact also. It's very important. I was working in Delhi में काम कर रहा था हिंदुस्तान पेट्रोलियम में. मैं तो साउथ इंडियन था. But मैं इतना रेस्पेक्ट देता था. मेरा चीफ मैनेजर उसका नाम जोगिंदर सेठी है. पंजाबी है. वो हमेशा पंजाबी बात करता है, हिंदी बात करता है. But फिर भी इतना रेस्पेक्ट करता है. And there was Segal, Jagal Kishore Segal, J.K. Segal. He used to be the senior manager. He used to talk to me directly, but lovingly, I'm a North Indian, I'm a South Indian, a Madrasi. I said, मैं सोचा नहीं है. I'm telling you, 1989, 1990, इतना नफरत नहीं था. But फिर भी अभी तो ज़्यादा हो रहा है अभी. महाराष्ट्र में देखो, actually, my son was working in Bombay for about 1.5 years, The Marathis, he was reporting to 2 Marathi engineers. Sorry, Marathi, anybody is there, please forgive me. Those Marathi engineers harassed my son, When he was really sick, he was cold, cough, and he took a leave and he gave a medical certificate. He said, your doctor is fraud, you are fraud, and everybody is fraud. All Madrasis are fraud. I said, brand kiya. Itna nafrat, And my son said, I will not sit here in Bombay and I don't want this Marathis antagonism and I will go to America. He went to America now. So there, you won't believe it. He's reporting to an Iranian Muslim lady and she loves him. And she loves him like anything. This is Krishna conscious, And she loves him so much. How he loves, I will tell you that example also. So because even in India, people are not like that because you don't see other living entity. Actually, we went to US in 2022. Deepavali was there. So we were with our son. And that day there was a meeting in the office, very important meeting. My son went to the meeting. Oh, manager bulaya. Kyun aaya meeting? Because it's an important meeting. No, this can be done anytime later also. Why are you keeping the meeting today? Because your father and mother has come. Today is Deepavali. Enjoy Deepavali. She was telling. Can you imagine? The boss is telling like that. So this is how, because people are like that also. Iranian Muslim. She's a Muslim lady. She's like that. So we cannot know because she has got Vishradashaya, broad-mindedness. That's what we should have. She doesn't say he's an Hindu, he's an Indian, so I have to discriminate him. No, please. This is how we should develop this Krishna. Krishna conscious everywhere. She behaved like a Krishna conscious lady, even though she is not Krishna conscious. We have to understand everybody has got part and parcel of Krishna. Paramatma is guiding them, whether a Muslim, Christian, doesn't matter, And that's why ISKCON is a congregation of everybody. Germans are there, Russians are there. And that was the projection of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw that. He wrote in 1861 in Sajjana Toshani, that January 1861, he wrote, when will the Germans and Russians will change Gaura Nitai? Nitai Gaura Haribol. When will they will recite? And he wants the Germans and Russians and Turkish and Greeks, everybody should recite. And we have the devotees all over the world. You go to Greece, you go to Italy, Tuttai Gloria. There is one Krishna Prema Dasa, and he has glorified Narsimadev. Narsimadev, very Tuttai Gloria. He translates glory to Narsimadev, glory to Narsimha, Tuttai Gloria. Narsimha, Tuttai Gloria Narsimha. He is glorifying. Italian is glorifying Krishna, Narsimha. Can you imagine? How is it possible? Because Prabhupada saw everybody as part and parcel of Krishna. Prabhupada lived this verse. He lived this verse. He was seeing Krishna in everybody. He was seeing Krishna in a German. He was seeing Krishna in a Russian. He was seeing Krishna in everybody. And that's what even Gopala Krishna Maharaj, how many devotees are there? Russian devotees. How many devotees are there? So you can see how Gopala Krishna Maharaj is from India. He was able to attract the Russians are communists. They are very staunch, atheistic mentalities. He was able to convert because of love, because he was seeing Krishna in everybody. And that's what we have to see. And that's what Krishna wants, This is what we have to develop. And that's what Krishna wants, So, this we have to see how to develop this. So, and we can see from the pages of the Bhagavatam, very nice verse, how a devotee behaved. This is, now the pastime is that the devotee is Yashod, our name is Draupadi. Draupadi, what has happened? After the war is over, Ashwatthama were very upset that Duryodhana is dead. So Duryodhana was lying in the pool of blood. So he wanted to take revenge, avenge. So he goes, udhar jaake, और पांडु का पुत्रों पांडु का नहीं युधिष्ठिर का पुत्रा और द्रौपदी का 5 पुत्रों को मारवा दिया. He killed them all mercilessly. They were all young children. And then he came back and told Duryodhana. Duryodhana was not happy. वो बोला मैं बड़ा पसंद क्यों ऐसा किया, बच्चों को क्यों मारा है, ये क्या करिया ये? Because after death he understood. At the time of death he understood. He realized that what he has done a mistake. So Pritak Diya nahi kiya, but Ashwatthama did Pritak Diya. And then what has happened? Arjuna became very upset and he told Draupadi, I'll bring him. So Arjuna goes and Brahmastra was issued by Ashwatthama. Arjuna was able to capture the Brahmastra and bring him before Draupadi. And Draupadi, when she saw that Ashwatthama usko band kiya hai, देख के बहुत दर्द लगा. वो बोल रहे हैं 1743 वाच ससंति यस्य बंधनायनम Sadi muchyata mas esha brahmano nitaram guruhu. She could not tolerate that Aswatthama being born because she is seeing not Aswatthama, she is seeing Drona. Drona's son, Drona is the Acharya who taught Arjuna all the bows and arrows. So he said, a devoted lady, she said, release him, release him. He's the Guru's son. Please release him. He's the Guru. He's a spiritual master. That is the mood. Prabhupada says how we have to see the Krishna in everybody, and that is very important. Prabhuji and Mataji, As soon as Aswatthama was brought before Draupadi, she thought intolerable. This is the mood. She is seeing Krishna. Her sons were butchered to death. अभी तो मारवा दिया उसको हमको तो ये शोले फिल्म में देखा 1975 में अमिताभ बच्चन को मरवा दिया. सो धर्मेंद्र बोलेगा गब्बर सिंह मैं आ रहा हूं ऐसा बोल के आए. मैं बदला लूंगा ऐसा बोल के आ रहा था. और संजीव कुमार भी देखा एक गला काटूंगा अमजद खान को पकड़ के उसको बोला है एक गला है और फांसी का पत्ता है ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. ये डायलॉग भी आपको याद है. फांसी का पत्ता है. एंड देन what will happen? Sanjeev Kumar's 2 hands will be chopped by Amjad. Please, Sholay I have seen about 7-8 times. I love that film because of Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmendra. Amitabh Bachchan especially. So I'm a craze for Amitabh. I have not missed a single film of Amitabh Bachchan. So बदला लेके क्या फायदा? बदला लूंगा ऐसा क्या फायदा? कुछ फायदा नहीं है. So इसलिए तो we have to really realize that is a mood. What is the mood of Draupadi? Draupadi says, I don't want to take revenge. ये गुरु है, गुरु का पुत्र है, उसको क्यों बांधा है? उसको निकालो. मुच्छता, please release, please. She becomes so much upset, not because of the son's death, but because Guru's son is being tied. That is the mood of the devotee. Devotees see Krishna. She saw Krishna in the heart of Aswatthama. She saw Drona in Aswatthama. This is the mood of the devotee. Devotee always sees Krishna in everybody. And that is what Krishna wants. And that's why she became very dear to the Lord. And Krishna supplied 999 saris. Krishna doesn't supply simply because, he was in Dwaraka. He supplied 999 saris to Draupadi. Why? Because of that. And Pandavas were all tolerating. Whole, the forest also they were tolerating. So this is what we have to develop. We have to see Krishna in everybody. And that is the ultimate goal of life. Because everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing belongs to us. Aham sarva mattas sarvam prabhajitale. Everything emanates from me. Those who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service. Aham sarva mattas sarvam. He says, I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. Everything emanates from me. And Krishna is there. I am there. Antam tarasta paramanu chayantarastam. I am in every atom. Krishna is present. So how can we ignore Krishna? So we cannot see. Somebody is fighting with us also. Our relatives, families, so many people fighting. We have to see Krishna is trying to teach us something. But I'm not able to know. I'm fighting with one of my relatives. And I'm not seeing Krishna. And I'm seeing as an enemy. This is how we see. We fight with our own relatives. Because we don't see Krishna in them. Krishna is teaching us something. But we don't realize it. And we fight. We fight our father-in-law. We fight our father, mother-in-law. Everybody we fight. Wife. And then whole family becomes Kurukshetra. So please, Prabhujis and Madajis, we have to transcend this. And if we want to become dear to the Lord, if you see Krishna in everybody, then you become very dear to the Lord. Krishna says, I am Vatsala, I am become very favorable to them. And that's what he says. That's the first point. We have to understand, this is very important for us to understand. And we should not discriminate between one living entity and another living entity. This is very important. The next point is Anuvritya. Here it says, very important that Bhaktya Ananya Vritya, unfailing in all circumstances. This is very important for us. The next point is, Prabhu, can I take 5-10 minutes, Prabhu, if you don't mind?
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Okay, I'll finish the second point and close it. Okay, so Ananya Vritya. Ananya Vritya means unfailing in all circumstances. This is very important for us to understand. The best example from the pages of the Bhagavatam is Chitraketu. चित्रकेतु हम बहुत बड़ा किंग है. उसके पास 10 मिलियन वाइफ्स था, बट विद कोई बच्चा नहीं है. इसलिए वो बहुत मोरोस था और लैमेंटेशन कर रहा था. शोक में बैठा है, बहुत शोक में बैठा है, क्योंकि हमारा बच्चा नहीं है. यही 24 आवर्स यही थिंकिंग. होल किंगडम इज लैमेंटिंग. Everywhere, nobody is smiling, nobody is happy. Everybody. One day, Angirasa Muni came. अंगिरस मुनि एंड नारद मुनि, अंगिरस मुनि कहाँ आया, आया उसके पूछा क्या हो गया ये किंगडम का सब कुछ मोरोस लग रहा है, क्या हो रहा है? मेरे को बच्चा नहीं है इसलिए तो मेरे को मोरोस हो रहा है, बच्चा नहीं है तो फैमिली नहीं होगा, अब कैसे ये डायनास्टी कंटिन्यू करेगा, मेरे को बहुत डर लग रहा है, मेरे को दिल में इतना इतना आर हो रहा है, मेरा दिल इतना दर्द, इतना बड़ा दर्द है, अब पूछो मत, मेरे को बच्चा चाहिए बच्चा चाहिए बच्चा चाहिए, ऐसा ऐसा बोल रहा था, क्योंकि उसको कृष्णा कॉन्शियस नहीं था। वो अंग्रेज मुनि बोला आपको बच्चा आएगा, अब तो इतना मांग रहे हैं तो देंगे, बट फिर भी एक याद रखना, एक कॉशन देता है, एक चेतावनी देता है क्या बोल रहे हैं, आश्चर्य शोका होता है, ही विल बी द सोर्स ऑफ हैप्पीनेस एंड ही विल बी द सोर्स ऑफ लैमेंटेशन। ये वो आश्चर्य सुन के बच्चा आएगा तो ठीक है, वो आश्चर्य शोक के बारे में सोचा ही नहीं है, वो बोला मेरे को बच्चा आएगा ओके। और उसके बाद एक फ्रूट दिया, और फ्रूट प्रतद्युति वन ऑफ द वाइफ्स को दिया, और प्रेग्नेंट हो गया, बच्चा आया ना, उसके बाद बहुत खुश हुआ, चित्र के तो बहुत खुश हुआ, उसके साथ इतना प्यारा किया उसको ये वाइफ, एंड ही इग्नोर्ड ऑल द वाइफ्स। दिस वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट, because we ignore, we like somebody, we, and even among children, we like one child, we give them more preference, and we hate other children, no good. I'm telling you, in my family also, some relative, I know, he gave preference to his son, daughter, and he ignored his son, and the son, even today he doesn't have any respect for his son, he doesn't value the son, and the relationship between father and son is not good at all, you know, and the daughter is gone, she is no more in the planet, and still he doesn't believe his son. So, and he's dependent on his son. They're completely dependent. Son is taking care of financially, physically, and then still also doesn't believe. Because you are discriminating, you know. The discrimination should not be there. And that's why he is not happy also. Because of his discrimination, उसका फैमिली उस रिलेटिव तो हैप्पी नहीं है, वो हमेशा दर्द हो रहा है सिर में, क्यों उसका हैप्पी नहीं है, क्योंकि he is discriminating his own son. Forget about other children. Huh? He doesn't have faith in his own son. क्या करेंगे? So इसलिए तो what we have to do is ये कृतज्ञता को इतना प्यारा दिया, सबको निकाल दिया, सबको he forgot, and they become envious, and they saw the child, they want, because of the child only they killed the child, and because of the killing of the child whole kingdom become morose, and then again he became morose, मेरा बच्चा चला गया, इतना रो रहा था, he was went into trance, you know, because he got shocked, his wife got shocked and he also got shocked, and he fell down unconscious, and then after some time he came back and he was lamenting, whole kingdom was lamenting because of that, you know, ये बच्चा चला गया, और उसके बाद आंगिरस मुनि और नारद मुनि दोनों आया, बोला क्या हो रहा है, मैं तो बोला हर्ष होगा, लैमेंटेशन होगा, हैप्पीनेस होगा, ये तो बोला है, बट फिर भी ये बच्चा चाहिए ठीक है, आंगिरस मुनि बोला, नारद मुनि बोला ठीक है, आई विल गिव लाइफ टू दिस पर्सन, व्हेन ही gave life to the person, the atma came, and the boy came alive, and he said that your father mother is waiting. Then चित्रकेतु उसको हक करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है, वो बोले कौन है आप, कौन सा जन्म में आप मेरा फादर है, मेरे को आपको मालूम नहीं कौन है आप, मेरे को कितना फादर है कितना मदर है, ऐसा बोला है, इतना भाषण दिया भगवत गीता का, मैं इतना बॉडी चेंज क्यों किया, मेरे को आपको आप कौन है, मेरे को संबंध नहीं है, ऐसा बोला सब बोल के बहुत गुस्सा आया चित्रकेतु को, अब विस्मितम हो गया, he became completely bewildered that how come this is happening to me, my son is disowning me, and then he came to the renunciation, and then Angiras Muni and Narada Muni instructed that how we are not this body, we are soul, second chapter Bhagavad Gita सब कुछ बोला, चित्रकेतु purify हो गया और became a devotee, and he started praying to Krishna, and he intensively prayed Krishna, and he became completely Krishna conscious because of the association of the pure devotees. Satham prasangam mamamir santo bhavanti ritkarna tajoshna dash apavarga patni shraddha rati bhakti anukramishi. He got rati, attraction towards Krishna, and he became completely purified. And because of the purification, he had the darshan of Lord Sankrishna. Sankrishna came and he gave a nice praise in 6th canto, 16th chapter. He had a nice praise and everything went off. And he became a Vidyadhara. One day he was traveling to Lord Shiva's place and he saw Lord Shiva was giving instruction. Lord Shiva प्रवचन दे रहे हैं सेजस, और पार्वती बैठा है उसको गोद में, गोद है ना, on the thigh means गोद, is it right?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. It's up to you. Like you want to take the longer class, but I request that if we can cover this topic, it's up to you.
Just 2 minutes. I'm going to finish it.
Yeah,
गोद में बैठा है, गोद में बैठा के ऐसा देख के वो इसको बहुत गुस्सा आया, बहुत गुस्सा आया उसको, गोद में बैठा है और चित्रकेतु देखा है, क्या है ये प्रवचन दे रहे हैं, transcendental topics, and his wife is sitting on this, and then he makes some comments. And then Shiva was not disturbed because Shiva was a pure devotee of the Lord. He was not disturbed. He just laughed and forget it. But Parvati Mata took it very seriously. Parvati Mata became very upset and she cursed Chitraketu. When she cursed Chitraketu, that is very important. No? And then how Chitraketu received the curse, that is very important. So he says very nicely, 6:17, Chitraketu Vacha. He says, Pratikrinami te shapam atmana anjalambike devet murtaya yat proktam purva drishtam tasyatam. He says, Pratikrinami. He thinks four things he tells very nicely. He says very nicely, four things we have to remember. First he says, he's calling Ambika. He's calling her mother. Person who is cussing is telling her mother. See, this is the mood, you know. She is seeing Krishna in everybody, and also because of purification from Angirasa Muni and Narada Muni. And then he says, he folded his hands. I am accepting the curse. He says, Pratiklignami, I am accepting. And then he says, everything I am accepting as a destiny. This is the mood of the devotee, that he in all circumstances, he does the devotional service. This is a reversal circumstance. He was cursed. And then when he became Dhritarashtra also, his transcendental qualities, 2 chapters were given. When he was cursed to become an Asura. And he became an Asura, Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra pastime, we know, 6th canto, 11th chapter, 12th chapter, he is glorified. And his prayers are wonderful, you know. His prayers are very wonderful, 6th canto. When you have time, please read. So this is the mood. In all circumstances, he was praying and he was doing the devotional service. Can you imagine? He was cursed. He has seen Krishna face to face. उसका दर्शन अभी लिया है कृष्णा का, और कृष्णा का पेमेंट प्रे किया, कृष्णा का दर्शन, शंकरष्णा का दर्शन दिया है, और उसके बाद देखो how much transformation happened. He was lamenting for one son, the whole kingdom was lamenting. Now he is accepting a curse to become an Asura. That is the mood of the devotee. उसका हमारा अंदर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए. इतना चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं, इतना भागवतम कर रहे हैं, so इसलिए very important that there should be a transformation. We should really become nice devotees. ओके, इतना आवर्स मालूम, इतना भागवतम मालूम, इतना भगवत गीता मालूम, इतना सेल्स किया मैं भगवत गीता, वो दूसरा है. दैट इज अ सर्विस, वी आर डूइंग इट. बट हमारा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए. हमारा रिवर्सल सर्कमस्टेंसेस में हम कैसे एक्सेप्ट को, कृष्णा को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, जस्ट लाइक चित्रकेतु एक्सेप्ट द सिचुएशन, रिवर्सल सिचुएशन. यही बहुत जरूरी है. हमारा सिचुएशन अच्छा नहीं है तो एक्सेप्ट करना है. हम तो सबको ब्लेम करते हैं, ये हो गया, ये उसके वजह से, उसके वजह से, उसके वजह से. ऐसा नहीं ब्लेम किया है, एक्सेप्ट किया है. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए हमारा जिंदगी में. कृष्णा कृष्णा भावना में हमको ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए. 2 things, we have to see Krishna in everybody, and then we have to accept the situation which is there, even though it is unfavorable, and we continue to do. And if we continue to do, Prabhupada says that Krishna will give the mercy. Dayabhak, you become a rightful claim to enter the kingdom of God. So this is what, and then you become favor to the Lord. Vatsala, you become a favor, and you are eligible to go back to Krishna. Thank you very much. थोड़ा time लग गया extra. Please forgive me for that, Prabhu. Please, मेरा flow ऐसा हो गया तो please forgive me. So Vancha Kalpita. So 2 things we have to understand, that we have to see Krishna in everybody. In all circumstances, we should ready reversal situation. Even if somebody curses us, we should not react back, and we should continue our devotional service. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, and you covered all the main points of the Srimad Bhagavatam, today's verse 4738. So I request any of you devotee would like to ask any question, Hindi mein ya English mein, yeah, even in the Tamil or Telugu. Prabhu is very expert in that language, so you can ask.
Tamil, Telugu, I don't know.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Any Tamil devotee is there?
Yeah, I think Rakshini Mataji and Vinitra Mataji. Today Vinitra Mataji is off, but I think Rakshini Mataji is from South. You know him.
No, she's a Kannadiga.
She's Kannada.
She is Kannadiga. I know.
Okay. Yeah. We have a devotee from Odisha as well, and yeah, Deepika Mataji is from Delhi, and Anil Kumar Prabhu is from
Sharada
India.
Mataji from yeah.
She is from Malaysia, I think.
Malaysia.
India.
Yes, last time she spoke to me. Yes.
Yeah. So we have devotees from all over the world, I think.
Super,
So,
super.
yeah. So if you don't have any question, we can end the session. And
Yes.
yes, Prabhu, thank you for your time and giving us your association. And thank you to all the Vaishnavas who are coming regularly online. And because this Kartik month is going on, so most of the devotees are in the Vrindavan, and they are
Yes.
doing the Kartik Maha Parikrama in the Braj Bandhan
Govardhan
Parikrama.
Parikrama and Vrindavan Parikrama. Very
Exactly,
super.
yes, yes. Those
Yeah, yeah.
from Delhi, it's just a 3 hours drive, so they are going there
Okay.
regularly. Sometimes they are coming back. So this is the reason.
Yeah,
And
yeah, understand, understand. Yes, we should go to Vrindavan. Yes.
yeah. So, Prabhu, I have one question I will ask that most of the devotees' life you have also maybe experienced, and I have also experienced that in our devotional life there are ups and downs. Sometimes we are very over enthusiastic, sometimes we are enthusiastic, and sometimes we are very down. That Maya, Maya, captured us so much like that. We are not getting any taste in the chanting and association of the devotee and doing so many offenses. So this up and down, how I can become yeah, stable devotee and
Ah,
stabilize our thoughts. Yeah, you
okay.
can put some.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, your question is very good, valid. Actually, ups and downs, um, we cannot, because first of all, we have to accept that we are not on the pure platform. Pure platform में नहीं है, pure bhakti नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसलिए तो ups and downs will be there. Definitely it will be there. You cannot expect it should go up. Because if it has to go up, then we should do the devotion service intensely. Intensely, matlab that we should do our chanting with full attention. We should read Bhagavatam and try to put it to practice. Mainly thing is that what is lacking is in our devotional service is that we don't put it to practice. And what happens? Our mind, Bhagavatam tells this is the main reason for our problem. Why we are ups and downs, Evam mana karma vasham prayukte. Karma vasham prayukte means we are always fruitively motivated. We are doing enthusiastically some service so that we get the benefit of glorification or some benefit. We make some people devotees. That is the problem. So the fruitive mentality is ingrained in our blood. इसमें blood में है, हमारा mind में है. थोड़ा उसको fruitive को थोड़ा कम करना है. We should not expect, just like, and this month is very auspicious. So we have to take the shelter of Satyavrata Muni. He nicely sprays now. Kuverat majau baddau mudaiva yadvat vayamochitau bhakti badau krutau cha tata prema bhaktim swaka me prayacha namokshe graho mesti damodare. He's telling, I am not interested in anything other than prema bhakti. That means we have to pray to Krishna for intense love. And for that, we have to practice reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And that is what is important, and try to imbibe those things. Whenever we are down, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, please open Bhagavatam. Whenever we are down, materially some reversals happens. Immediately open this Bhagavatam. Read this chapter. How Chitraketu behaved, how Parikshit Maharaj behaved, how Dhruva Maharaj behaved, how Draupadi behaved. So this will give enthusiasm that there will be ups and downs in the life, but we should be fixed in our devotion service. These devotees will give you so much realization. If you read those verses, if you read the purports, Krishna will give you the enlightenment. Yes, we have to accept it and we have to go ahead. In fact, I was not at all happy. Last month, I had a big reversal last month, 2 months back, and I dipped my devotion service and I stopped preaching also. So I was so upset. And then I slowly pick it up. After 1 month, I pick it up. I thought that, I should start preaching. If I don't preach, I will die. So that's the situation came, and then I started preaching again. So that's how daily I'm preaching for 5, 10, 15 minutes. I stopped that preaching. I said I don't deserve to preach because I've done such a thing has happened, and I'm very much upset with Krishna and all. So we tend to do that. I'm 23 years in experience. I should not get upset with Krishna, but I am upset because we are not on the transcendental platform. So the struggle is there, but the struggle is good. Struggle, when we're struggling to become a devotee, and that's why I told there are three devotees, three types. One is advanced devotee, one is struggling devotee, another one struggling to become a devotee. I am in the category struggling to become a devotee. Always we understand that point. then we will try to improve our quality of devotion service. मतलब हमारा devotion service का sadhana, reading of the scriptures, whenever we are down, whenever Maya attacks, we should think that now we are going to leave the body. Our Maharaj says always, when we remember our last day, tomorrow you are going to die, then you will be engaged in Maya, you will not. You will go and read Bhagavatam. So that's how our Maharaj says, always remember your last day. Then you will become serious in the devotional service. Because serious is very important in the devotional service. Eventually, because we are all going to be separated by time. Krishna is going to separate us by time. So we have to take shelter of Krishna and pure devotees. And we have to take shelter of Bhagavatam. And this, especially the Kartika month, Bhagavatam is the only solution. Because Bhagavatam, if you see, no devotee is enjoying. Every devotee is suffering. Take Parishit Maharaj suffered. Dhruv Maharaj suffered. Prahlad Maharaj suffered. Chitraketu suffered. Pandavas suffered. Bali Maharaj suffered. Everybody suffered. Nobody is enjoying in Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam will give you Vairagya Vidya. It will give you renunciation. And that will make you completely perfect. And what will happen? Bhagavatam, I request, or I fall at the feet of all the devotees assembled here. Prabhupada's Bhagavatam is the best because he puts his thinking, You see, two chapters, 11th and 12th chapter of Bhagavatam, he says, Vritrasura's transcendental qualities. Vritrasura's glorious death. Asura is glorified. See how much Prabhupada has taught that this is an Asura. Asura, why is glorified? Prahlad Maharaj, from the time he was born, he was a devotee. It's okay. He is an Asura. Vritrasura and Asura. Bali Maharaj and Asura. But still he is glorified. Because Krishna is, when the devotee goes through the tough times and comes out of it, just like Chitraketu we discussed today. So even Parishit Maharaj, even Draupadi, all of them suffered, please. So that's why this will give us so that we have become serious. So Bhagavatam, especially if you read Bhagavatam this month, it is reading to all the Puranas. And it's also equal to do so many yajnas, even half of the verse, one verse. Just take this verse and read it again and again and contemplate. Now I have given some verses from Bhagavatam 6, 17, 17. How Chitraketu behaved. Somebody is cursing, he says Ambike. This is the mood of the devotee. He is unfailing in all circumstances. And that's why Krishna says that the modes pull us down. And that's why we have to remember the famous verse 14:26. What Mamchayo Avibhisharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sangunan Samadetitan Brahma Boyai Kalpate. How to fix in the pure devotional service? Krishna gives a simple formula. Mamchayo Avibhisharena. Avibhisharena means in all circumstances we are always enthusiastic. Utsaha Nishya Dherya. Tattat Karma Pravartana. So Utsaha is very much important in the devotional service. But the material situation will not be good. I am telling you, it will not be good. Material situation will always be changing. It will always not comfortable. It will be giving trouble. But we should not get affected by that. And that's what we should try. Then we should not get bogged down by Maya. So that's why he says, Abhyabhicharena, unfailing in all circumstances. Then he says, Mamchayo Abhyabhicharena, Bhakti Yogena. You should be engaged in the devotional service. Sagunan, then we can transcend the three modes. Once we transcend, then its ups and downs will not affect us. And there are some devotees who are not affected. Correct or not? We have Bhakti Goswami Maharaj, even Gopalakrishna Maharaj. They are not affected by anything, Nothing affects them. Gopalakrishna Maharaj, best example is that he was traveling from, one devotee was sharing in one of the Vyasa Puja in Abu Dhabi only. He was traveling from somewhere in Russia or America somewhere. He came to Delhi, I think night 1 o'clock. And then he traveled 3 hours, night 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock, he traveled 3 hours to Vrindavan in a car. And then 4:30 in the morning, he was there for Mangalarti. Kitna utsaha tha, uska umar kya hai? He was 72. He was so enthusiastic because he has read Bhagavatam and he's practicing Bhagavatam. So, हमारा क्या problem है? हम तो सुन रहे हैं, realize knowledge realize कर रहे हैं. 3 things, knowledge ज्ञाना है, हमारा पास understanding भी है, but realization नहीं है. Realization means we put into practice. Realize means we have to put into practice. So practice करेंगे, so then we will not be affected by the mood swings. It will happen. No need to worry that we should get bogged down by this mood upswings. It will happen. If it doesn't happen, then you are a pure devotee. If it doesn't happen, the ups and downs doesn't happen, then you become a pure devotee. Now, if like Bhakti Swami Maharaj or Gopala, they are not affected. So they are the pure devotion platform. So we are struggling. We are struggling in the Bhakti mein, hum struggle kar rahe hain. इसलिए तो there will be ups and downs. No need to worry. But we should always be enthusiastic and encourage the living entities. And don't worry. Suppose if you are not able to achieve some spiritual goals, no need to worry. Whatever is step by step, not shanai shanai. We go gradually. We cannot expect tomorrow I should become like Gopalakrishna Maharaj. I should become like this. We cannot. So we are shanai shanai. So that's why Bhagavatam tells 3, 7, 12. It says. So it tells very nicely 3, 7, 12. Yes. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful verse. Please read this verse. It says, 3rd canto, 7th chapter, 12th verse. It says very nicely, Savai Nivritti Dharmena, Vasudevana Kampaya, Bhagavat Bhakti Yogena, Tirodite Shanairiha. But the misconception that we are body, identity, gradually, it will go gradually. It is not immediately we can become that body Krishna conscious. Gradually, by the mercy of Supreme Personality Godhead, through the process of devotional service to the Lord, in the mode of detachment. Even the bhakti also, we should not get attached. Okay, I have to do this many books. I have to do this. Don't keep too much target on this. Whatever is possible, we try our level best. We put our 100% endeavor, 200% endeavor. If it works, works. If it doesn't work, that is Krishna's arrangement. We have to accept it as Krishna's. Suppose I want to sell 200 books, but I'm able to sell only 100 books. We should not get depressed. Oh, what is the use? Krishna has not helped me. No, not like that. We should not get depressed. Okay, Krishna destined only 100 books. Next month we will try more. Let me increase my quality of my devotion. So this is how we should do. Shanai. It is slowly. How many janmas it will take? No need to worry. That Krishna will take care. Because as long as we are trying to chant the holy names of Krishna with attention, reasonable attention. Attention is very important. Because the main focus is we are not attentive in chanting. While chanting, we are diverting everywhere in the planet. Our mind goes everywhere. Therefore, our taste for chanting is not coming. Okay? The taste for chanting will come when we are attentive, and attention will come when we read the scriptures. Because that's why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day we have to read Bhagavatam. Okay? The Prabhupada could have said, no, he got Prabhupada would have said, you just do chanting, you do Arti, because the Kali Yuga only Kirtan. But he made the books and he made the pravachans. He made the lectures because this will give the enthusiasm to go. So scriptures reading is a must. Swadhyaya is very important. On our own, we have to read the scriptures and try to understand the scriptures and practice. Practice karna hai, because that is very important. We may read, we may understand a little bit, but practicing is very important. Once we practice, shanai, slowly, we can increase the quality of the devotion service. And Krishna one day will give us the pure bhakti, definitely, because we are on the path. Krishna says, Krishna assumes from the Veda Bhagavatam, na Matirmayi Nibadyetam, na Prapatyeta Karya, Prajasargana Smith. Intelligence engaged in my devotion cannot be thwarted in any time, even at the time of creation or at the time of annihilation. And it will continue because of my causeless mercy. 1:6:24 of Bhagavad. So there's no need to worry about our ups and downs, but we continue with same intensity and utsaha, and it is slow, doesn't matter. But we have to continue. Okay? So that's what we have to do.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sajan Priya Prabhu. So we will take serious Srimad Bhagavatam seriously, and whenever such a thing happens.
No, all the scripture, not only Srimad Bhagavatam, including Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita also is very important, Bhagavad Gita, yes. Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. These books we must read, because when we read Bhagavatam, we will see how the devotees behave, how they have ups and downs, how they came up. That's how it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful answer. So we will end this session here. Thank you once again, Prabhu.
Sorry for extra time, Prabhu. Thank you.
No, it's okay. So we'll pay our obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhya